De la right, my MVVs, welcome. Who sent that letter to La Corona using Ooni of Ifes palace stamp? Dr. Lizzy allegedly slammed Ebony over dark jealousy towards Queen Naomi's achievement. This is what we are hearing. De la right, it is not a small thing. It is not a small thing. Just gather around because the palace corridors are buzzing again. And this time, the scandal is wrapped in royal wax. A mysterious letter surfaced at La Corona, the exclusive royal, organization that recently, held that dinner that gave Queen Naomi that ambassadorial deal, okay? They said that while they were having a dinner, okay, recently right there in Peru, okay, a letter was delivered and it bore none other than the official stamp of the Ooni of Ifes palace. But here is the kicker. The content of that letter were far from diplomatic or regal. It was a veiled attack aimed at none other than Queen Naomi, the woman whose presence alone command respect across royal lines, okay? We've all been hearing, this is not the first time hearing that she backed an ambassadorial, a mega ambassadorial deal to promote cultural ties between the Yorubas in Nigeria and the Yorubas in other South African nations. Now, everyone, they said after that ambassadorial contract was signed, they've been moving up and down trying to, seal everything, okay? They said at a dinner, they had a dinner in Peru. Everyone at the dinner thought it was a formal message of goodwill from the palace, okay? Because a letter came, perhaps a warm recognition of Queen Naomi's blossoming reputation abroad. But as the letter was discreetly opened and it was read in hushed tones among the elite circle, it quickly, became clear it was a subtle attempt to tarnish Queen Naomi's image. And what more shocking, the timing, just when Queen Naomi was being applauded for her humanitarian work and spiritual influence across the continent. Now, it's important for people to understand that sometimes adversity, comes with a lot of, blessing thereafter, okay? The work that Queen Naomi has been doing for people, including the one that happened in Ibadan, where she was locked up for over 1 month or close to a month, has been, seen and acknowledged by so many organizations. People who were laughing at Queen Naomi at the time did not know that everything she was doing, the pain she had to go, the price she had to pay for everything that, she did for people, to help people to breathe anew into people, was going to pay off later. They saw all of this, her contribution, her humanitarian work and spiritual influence across the continent. So now the question is, who sent it? Who had the audacity to use the palace official stamp and attempt to embarrass Queen Naomi on such an international stage? The immediate suspicion didn't take long to fall on, Ebony. Yes, Ebony, whose train, smiled during Queen Naomi's recent global recognition tour, global recognition, appointment, said more than what ever could, okay? Sources close to the palace revealed that Dr. Lizzy, one of the few confident women, or a woman who is a no-nonsense taker. Dr. Lizzy, she's a little petite, but she could care less who you are. She tells you the truth. As far as she's concerned, she came to marry the Ooni of Ifes. She's not there to fight with anyone, okay? They say she's this one person that the Ooni of Ife truly listens to. Was furious. She called out the betrayer uncertain term during a closed-door confrontation that has, since leaked in whisper and murmurs. Dr. Lizzy reportedly told Ebony, "Your jealousy is now a plague on your soul. It's eating away at what little grace you once had." Powerful word, but you know what? It is striking you down. You may not know what is going on, but it is striking you down. You see, Queen Naomi didn't ask for this drama. She's been on her lane, doing her work, uplifting communities and representing the Ooni's, lineage with class and dignity, okay? In fact, during the La Corona, meeting, Queen Naomi received a standing ovation for her keynote speech, a rare honor even amongst royal. Her word moved the room and her presence outshined, every other guest. Some say she looked like the very embodiment of Yoruba royalty, elegant, spiritual, and untouchable, woman, okay? So you can understand why this act of sabotage shocked many. To forge or to write a letter or even draft such a distasteful, note under the palace seal is a serious offense. And for it to be aimed at Queen Naomi when she's done nothing to, but alleviate the image of the Ooni of Ife wherever she goes, it's not just petty, it's dangerous. They said that was what Dr. Lizzy was saying to Ebony. Now, Dr. Lizzy is talking about motive. Queen Naomi's rise on the international scene has been, very painful to a lot of people. Her name now opens door in religious, diplomatic, and humanitarian circle. Recently, she was invited to join a board of global female influencers in Brazil, okay? And she was also invited to join a Yoruba Women Forum, as in she will chair that event right there in South America. A move that caught Ebony off guard because, as we all know, Ebony has been trying to build her own brand for years, but somehow Naomi does it effortlessly, and that bonds. That is something that is eating her up so much, and she is ready to do whatever it takes to put Naomi down, and that is exactly what she has been trying to do. Insiders say Ebony's mood has been stormy since Queen Naomi was spotted, boarding the Gulfstream G700, the only private jet, and en route to to UK. Okay, remember when they carried it to move some of her things to the UK and all of that. Ebony has been very pained since then. Okay, Ebony is the one who is been suspected to have done this because of her own motive. Even though she is saying that she has absolutely nothing to do with it, she is saying that somebody deliberately wrote that letter, knowing that it was petty, knowing that La Corona will not pay attention to it, knowing that the information will come back to the Ooni of Ife, knowing that everybody in the palace will turn around and blame her, thinking she is the one who did it. That is exactly what Ebony said. Ebony said since she went to Senegal, Dakar, and came back, she's been okay. That she's not thinking about anything again. The sky is big enough to contain everyone. She doesn't want to worry about what Queen Naomi does with the Ooni of Ife, or what Queen Naomi is not doing with the Ooni of Ife, that she's done with it, that she is not the one who wrote the letter, that somebody is trying to make her look bad, okay? This is what we are hearing. Now, the question is, did she write that letter, or did she manipulate someone in the palace inner circle to do her dirty work? That's still under investigation, but Dr. Lizzy's involvement is no joke. She's the one trusted voice of reason, and when she slammed Ebony during a private council meeting, calling her action dark, jealousy, and unbecoming of royalty, you could hear a pin drop. Everybody was quiet. According to Palace 8, Ebony broke down in tears, insisting she had no knowledge of the letter, but Dr. Lizzy was not having it. She reportedly told her, "You may deny it with your mouth, but your actions are loud. The palace seal is not a toy. It was a royal dressing down that that left Ebony so isolated from the inner court for days, that it was terrible the way Dr. Lizzy attacked her." Well, this is what we are hearing. If the information is correct, I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.